We are in Palm Springs at the Villa Royale, and I'm speaking today with Clark Tiley, who is the general manager, and Nancy Rhine, who is the wedding coordinator for the resort. I'd like to thank you both for joining us today. This is an absolutely magnificent little jewel of a resort, and I just thought we would talk about it today. And I understand there's a history here, Clark. Can you speak a little bit about the history of this resort?
Sure. This was originally, and especially the section we're in at the moment, it was built back in the 40s, the late 40s actually, and it was a home for Sonja Henie, who was the Olympic ice skater and also became a film star later. It was her home out here in Palm Springs.
Really?
And yeah, she had this very unique way of wanting to entertain. She wanted all of her Hollywood friends out here. But she had this thing where she wanted them to come and enjoy her home and the pool, but she didn't want them living under the same roof when they were here. So she built this house, this structure, which is our bridal suite actually, is part of her original home. And then she built some little casitas out by the pool area. And then we also have our own restaurant called the Europa, which is one of two Four Diamond restaurants in town. And that restaurant was the home of the caretaker and his wife, who took care of the property when she wasn't here. She was back in LA.
Wow.
And then we added on a few more courtyards, so we're up to 3 courtyards now with the inn.
Yes, there's so many places where there's just little tucked away little corners, you know, just romantic little places, and it has an old world feel to it.
Exactly. We went for the old world style. Hence the name of the restaurant, Europa, as in Europe. It's got that old feeling, romantic style. We really weren't looking to do the mid-century type thing here. We wanted just the very comfortable combination of antique, just very comfortable feeling.
Which is fantastic, because there's lots and lots of mid-century architecture and all of that in Palm Springs. I mean, that's what Palm Springs is famous for.
Exactly.
But you're bringing a whole nother piece of elegance to the area.
Exactly. What we wanted was a feeling of being home away from home.
Right.
And the unique thing, one of the unique things about us is that we are really very close to downtown. We've got 111 not too far from us. But when you're in our property, the way the grounds are, the secludedness of the grounds, the gardens, the paths that you mentioned that you walk around, you really have no idea that you're in the middle of civilization.
Yeah.
We're sort of a hidden little resort, hideaway, relaxation type thing. We do tend to be more of a couples rather than a family inn, meaning that we don't have a lot of children. They are welcome, but we don't have a lot of children running around. This is more of a getaway, quiet, relax, enjoy with friends, or special
Well, there's
ceremonies.
nothing really here for children to do. So,
Exactly,
yeah.
It's more of an adult thing.
It's a romantic place.
Very romantic. Exactly.
Maybe a place to find children.
Oh,
to
that
make
could
children.
be. I'm sure. I'm sure.
Well, now you spoke about your dining room Europa, and the food is obviously gourmet.
Mm-hmm.
And so do you bring that for your weddings? Are you utilizing your restaurant catering services, or?
Yes, we do. Europa is a full catering licensed restaurant, and we utilize that for any of our small events or full-size rent out the entire restaurant for reception or rehearsal dinner. But we have a standard menu, but we also have menus that can be customized for whatever the bride or the couple or the group would like to have done. But and we also use it for breakfast. We are a bed and breakfast, which means that every night you do get a complimentary breakfast in the morning, and it's cooked to order out of our restaurant. So, and you do eat in our restaurant. As you said, it's a very romantic, very elegantly decorated restaurant. A lot of our clientels are people celebrating stuff. We have a couple of tables that we actually even nickname our what's the word I'm looking for? Our proposal tables. We get a lot of people who start their journey here on a romantic dinner and propose at one of our tables. So.
Oh, great. Well, you'll have to show us that.
Sure.
We'll take a look at that before we leave the property today.